A street sign worth 1,000 words. Eagles Run is located in Delmar and leads to the home of Russell Smart and his family. And as you might imagine, the four of them are fierce fans of the Philadelphia Eagles.
And it all began with the passionate patriarch whose love and loyalty to his team rivals the best of them. Seriously, his two boys are named after Eagles players. DelmarvaLife's Katie Zarrilli introduces us to the Soaring Squad.
For Russell Smart, being a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles,
yeah, it's just something where we could have, our name representing the birds right outside the stadium.
Is a way of life. This Delmar dude began flying with the flock when he was just a boy.
To put a number on it, I believe I was 12.
He was hooked by a destructive defense and a quick-moving quarterback, Randall Cunningham.
He was different. The ultimate weapon, that's what they used to call him.
He's stuck with his team ever since. Through the good seasons, through the bad seasons, and every one in between.
You can go from being at the top to the bottom real quick, or vice versa, from the bottom to the top. So that's, I think, what makes it so fun.
This guy's been to game after game, both home and away, regular season and playoffs. He's cheered his team on from the stands in 2 Super Bowls, and this Sunday will make for a 3rd. With all the memorabilia in his house, the place could be a museum.
The actual stadium seat out of Veterans Stadium that I was able to go to, many times and watch a lot of games.
That seat was a gift from Russell's wife, Danielle, who married into this mania.
I freaking love it.
And has never looked back.
I love it because of all the memories we create.
She just started being around it a whole lot more with me, hearing me go on about it nonstop, and then started following it, herself. And then, of course, came that fateful day when she was pregnant, and we had to have a discussion about baby names.
You can perhaps guess how that conversation went.
A lot of people name, kids after, maybe things they like, whatever, movies, actors, things like that. And of course, I was like, me. We started naming off Eagles players.
And so meet Dawkins Smart, named after Brian Dawkins, and Trenton Smart, named after Trent Cole.
Feels pretty good. Considering that he is a Hall of Fame safety in the NFL.
Exciting, fun. It's kind of cool that you get to be known as that.
Their namesakes think so too. Before his first son was born, Russell was fortunate enough to meet the longtime safety.
He had signed this thing, and it was 2 baby Dawkins, God is power.
That was only the beginning of an extra special relationship.
Basically, we come home one day to a voicemail that it was the Eagles saying that Brian Dawkins wanted to, get together and do like a little meet and greet thing.
There's plenty of pictures to show that, Brian Dawkins holding me there in my little onesie as, a several-month-old baby.
It was always cool because he actually pulled us out of the crowd. We got back, and they're like, how did you get to, what do you know? I'm not like, well, we named our kid after him, so.
What this family has experienced, meeting their heroes, watching their team win big, it's all been extraordinary. But perhaps it's simply the team's presence that means most of all.
When you look back at it and see all those years, that even though it was your family gathering and stuff like that, it was the Eagles played a big part in it. That'll be stadium number 17 for me. I'm trying to get to them all.
As for this Sunday, Russell will be in attendance in Arizona, rocking his Brian Dawkins jersey, screaming loud for his squad.
Absolutely pumped.
His family, who will watch from home, is counting down until kickoff.
I am very fired up.
It's the second one I've been able to see as a living person, and I'm excited. Hopefully we come out with a win.
Can't wait for it. It's gonna get me super pumped.
Win or lose, nothing will change what's most important, and that's their passion for this pastime. This fam will be Philly fans forever and ever.
It has a bigger meaning. It's like, it's super important to me. It's God, family, and football.
Katie also put Russell and his Eagles knowledge to the test. And that's coming up next. Of course, be sure to watch the Super Bowl. Fox 21 Delmarva coverage begins 1 o'clock. Kickoff is at 6:30.
I want the Eagles to win now after meeting them.
Right.
Definitely. All
You're
right.
watching Delmarva Life, and this is the sign that sits outside the home of Russell Smart and his family in Delmar. This crew, we met before the break, of course, and they could not be more pumped for the Philadelphia Eagles to be going to the Super Bowl. They are as diehard as it gets. And Russell, we figured that we know you yourself are actually going to the game.
Yes, ma'am.
We figured before the big game, we'll do a little game with you because you are an Eagles diehard. Do a little trivia.
All right.
How do you feel about that?
I like it.
You ready to go?
Yes, ma'am.
You studied up?
I didn't study, but I just live it.
That's it. That's awesome. Didn't have to watch any game tape or anything like that. Okay. Question number 1, score 0-0. We're in the first quarter. When did the Eagles first appear in the Super Bowl?
So I feel like that's a two-part question just because there was championship games before they were Super Bowls.
Right.
And we had won 3 of those for the people that weren't familiar with that. But 1981 against the Raiders.
That is correct. All right. You're nailing it so far. Which Eagles quarterback threw for 464 yards in one game, setting a team record at that time?
At first, I want to say Foles when he had his 7-touchdown game, but he didn't have the yardage. And I knew Wentz had some really big games, but the longest tenured Eagles quarterback in the last 20, 30 years, whatever, is Donovan McNabb. So.
That is it.
All right.
I like the way you worked through that. That was good. Okay. What year was the team founded?
1934.
I have 1933.
33. I'm sorry.
No, that was good. That was good. I'm gonna give you a okay. Oh, you're gonna know this one. Which Eagle recorded a sack, a fumble recovery, an interception, and a touchdown all in the same game?
Brian Dawkins.
That is correct. All right. What Philadelphia Eagle posted 21 sacks in 1987?
21 sacks in 87. Reggie White.
That's correct. This guy is good. All right. Now we've got 2 questions left. That's your final. We're getting to the end here. What other team did the Philadelphia Eagles temporarily merge with during World War II?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
That is correct. And final question, who was the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles from 1976 to 1982?
Dick Vermeil.
I mean, this guy. That was incredible. That
Thank
was
you.
really good. Were you nervous at any point, or were you like, I'm just going to watch this?
Too bad I messed up on that. I should know for all the Eagle stuff I wore over the years. 1933, not 1934. Yep.
All right, so first of all, since you nailed your trivia here, and because you're going to the game, we wanted to present you with some goodies from us here.
Nice.
So we've got some, all right, you're going to obviously, some hats. You know, you got to go to the football game, you got to wear some hats, wear some DSN, Delmarva Sports Network.
I can wear it at the Super Bowl.
That exactly, represent. Or you could also wear a Super Bowl hat.
Yeah, that's right.
Either one you want to do it. We have a Delmarva Sports Network football, so if you want to try to be, you know, Donovan McNabb back in the day.
Yeah, if I'm allowed to bring it into the stadium,
Yeah,
they
that's
might
correct.
confiscate it.
That's true. We've got a water bottle for you, you know, in case you stay hydrated.
Oh yeah, important.
Okay. We've got a outdoors Delmarva little, you know, for your beverages.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, there you go. We have got a you know the towel. Okay, the towel you.
Oh, golf towel.
That but if you're in a football game, you can tear it right around. There you go. We've got a bottle opener. Okay. I mean, we're just hooking you right up.
I'm telling you.
And then last, but most certainly not least, Russell, we have a DelmarvaLife pen. Okay. So that from now on, whenever you're watching the Eagles and you need to write down, you need to keep track of the stats and anything like that, you
Right in
will
my
have
journal.
this incredible pen.
Nice.
Thank you again so much for participating with us today. Now,
Absolutely.
the big question I have for you, the one that everybody's going to want to know, what, Russell, is your score prediction?
We're hoping, planning, praying on an Eagles W at all costs, no matter what it takes. If it's offense, defense, or every bit of both. It's just whatever it takes to get the job done and come home with a win.
I
love it. Russell, thank you so much. And of course, everybody, do not forget to tune in, of course, to the Super Bowl on Fox 21 Delmarva. Coverage starts at 1 o'clock. Kickoff is at 6:30.